Alright, so we got our base here, and we got our stakes here, and the first thing we're going to do is cut or trim the ends of the base sticks. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna cut them as close as possible to the base. The rods will always or almost always have a curve to them, and we're going to make the cut on the inside of the curve because we want our sides to be straight for this first basket. So we take our knife. I always put my thumb underneath the rod and the knife is above. That way you can never cut yourself. And I'm always trying to make the cut as long as possible. That way it enters more easily. Now, if you don't have a knife, you can do it with the shears, but it's more difficult because it's hard to get a nice long cut with shears. So if you have shears, try to make the cut as long as possible, but the knife is better for this. On the inside of the curve. Nice. We're going to prepare all of our stakes in advance. Now, you basically, or traditionally, you want to put your base so that the bottom side is facing upwards, and that way, when you insert the stakes into it, it has a tendency to get this bowl shape to the upper side like that. Now my base is already shaped like that because I've shaped it like that during the weaving. Now your slipes or cuts have a good looking side and a bad looking side, the side that we've cut. So the good looking side is always going to be facing upwards, right, to the top side of the base. So in this case, since we're working with the base upside down, we're going to have the uglier side facing upwards. And we're going to insert in each side of each base stick. Now, this doesn't really enter as much as I wanted it to. So we may want to make some room with our bodkin and then do it again. Alright, the cuts might be too long in this case. We might want to make them shorter. Alright. Now in this case, it's quite easy to insert the stakes, but if it's not, then you should use your bodkin to make a channel for your stakes. And for this, you want to have a lot of space. Now I'm sitting in the center of my working room, I would say that this part is the hardest part of making a basket, and it requires the most space. Now, I don't really want to have the slabs longer than what I insert into the base. So I think the longer ones I'm going to make shorter. But these ones I may want to leave as they are. Or you know what, maybe not. Get them out. Make them shorter. Alright, so we've finished inserting our stakes. Now we're going to flip the base over. Now usually for the shorter or the thinner rods, you can just kink them with your fingernail. If you can't, then I'm going to show you how to do it with your knife. Let's try just kinking them with our fingernail. And we're going to kick them, in this case, we're going to kick them right next to the base. This one breaks. They're breaking, so what we're going to do, we're going to take our knife. Let's do it right here, in front of us. We're going to insert our knife into the rod, twist it, and as we're twisting it, we're going to kink the rod upwards. Right. This prevents the rods from breaking. I'm not inserting it all the way through, just halfway through. Trying to make the kinks as close as I can to the base. So I've finished kinking the stakes, and now we're going to take all of them. Usually I take some from opposite sides like that first. I'm trying to hold them pretty high up the stake. That way they don't get tangled as much. So taking all of them up like that. Nice. Beautiful. And now we're going to tie them all together. Let's move that out of the way for a second. Let's see what we have here. For this we can either use a hoop or just tie them together like that. I always try to tie them pretty far up the stakes so that you have a lot of room to, a lot of space to weave through. And you don't want to tie your stakes, you know, here or here. This will make the weaving more difficult. Now, what I want to do is to get the right angle even before I start weaving, and to arrange my base stakes or my stakes so that they are on the same, I want to say on the same level. This one, as you can see, is more on the outside than this one, so I'm just trying to fix it now. And I'm trying to get the angle that I want. Now, what I want to get here for this basket is a very mild angle towards the outside. So this actually looks pretty good for me. I like this angle. Alright, so now we're going to take our whaling rods and begin our lower bend.